Hey there, it's another predictions video, and if you've seen my previous prediction videos for All In or All Out or Payback, you know the routine. I've got my laptop here with the list of matches, and I'll go through them and just give my thoughts on who I think's going to win and my thoughts around the match. So yeah, let's get started. The first match for the list for WrestleDream is Ricky Starks versus Wheeler Yuta. Obviously, this got made official over the last week, and I think Ricky Starks is going to win because it'll give him a win that he needs after the losses to Bryan Danielson at All Out and last week. So yeah, Ricky Starks to win. Up next is for the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Championship and this NJPW Strong Openweight Championship. It's Eddie Kingston versus Shibata. My predictions for Eddie to win because he's literally only just won the ROH World Championship from Claudio last week. Grand Slam, so yeah, prediction is Eddie. Really looking forward to this match. It'll be quite hard hitting and it'll be a fun time, so yeah, really looking forward to that. Up next we've got the TBS Championship, which is Kris Statlander defending against Julia Hart, and my prediction is for Julia Hart to win. So a little bit of context, she's been quite a ratings draw, apparently, outdrawing a number of big segments and that over the last couple of weeks, and has really improved in the ring, and it's becoming quite more a featured personality on TV. So giving her the TBS title wouldn't be a big shock, especially because Statlander, as much as she's great, she hasn't really done anything with it since like winning it. So mixing it up and giving Julia the belt wouldn't be a bad thing, and I think, yeah, go with Julia to win. Next up is a fatal four-way tag team match, and the winners get a shot at the AEW tag belts anytime they want. So the competitors are the Young Bucks, the Guns, the Lucha Bros, and Orange Cassidy and Hook. So also you've got three made tag teams in the Guns, the Bucks, and the Lucha Bros, and then you've got a new tag team of Cassidy and Hook. I reckon, and I'm gonna go with the Bucks on the simple fact of what happened at All In, with the fact of them losing and not showing respect, especially because after their match with FTR, which I loved, by the way, mainly because it's saying at any time. So if they win it, they don't have to have the next shot straight away. But if they win here, and then you could build it to like a rematch downline at like Revolution or Full Gear. Most probably Full Gear would make sense. Bucks FTR again, and maybe that's when the Bucks beat FTR for the belts. But yeah, my prediction is the Young Bucks for this. Next up is the TNT Championship of Christian Cage defending against Darby Allin. I bloody love what Christian's done with the TNT title and his whole ongoing character. I love it, and that's why I've just gone for Christian to retain. I just want him to hold the belt so much longer because he is the most entertaining thing I think in AEW at the moment. That isn't like in the main event angle, which we'll get onto in a minute. The other reason why I reckon he might retain is obviously this is speculation on my part and obviously rumours and that, Edge is potentially in talks with AEW and that, and his contract with WWE is up now, I believe. Yeah, it's officially up today. So tomorrow he could technically appear there. And what better way to like debut Edge than in a story with Christian? Run that back or do something interesting with them. So yeah, that's why my prediction is for Christian to retain over Darby. Next up is a 6-man tag of Chris Jericho and the Golden Lovers, Kenny Omega and Kota Ibushi versus Don Callis' family of Sammy Guevara, Will Ospreay and Katesta. Simple enough. I'm going with Don and his family because I think this would give the fact. I know like Ospreay's had a win over Jericho and Takeshita's got a few wins over Omega, but with the added personality of Sammy there, I really think like Callis' family needs a win, like to establish this new faction properly. The other thing is we've got New Japan's Royal Quest 3 later in the month of October, where it's Ospreay versus Zack Sabre Jr. I reckon that Zack Sabre Jr. is going to win that match. So, maybe this just might be me just going off on my own, but I reckon if you give Ospreay a win here, Zack Sabre Jr. can then beat him at Royal Quest and it works out well. So yeah, that's my prediction for Don's family to get the victory. And honestly, I think Jericho's going to be the one taking the pin, because I don't think Kenny will. I mean, Kota has just been there, so I mean he could, but at the same time it's Kota Ibushi and you don't really want to just waste him as like he's the person that takes the pin. So yeah, I think Jericho will in this match. So yeah, going on to the next match, which is for the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championships. It's Better Than You Baby defending the belts against the Righteous, or more correctly, MJF is defending the Tag Team Championships in a 2-on-1 handicap match against the Righteous because of Adam Cole's injury. If you saw what happened on Dynamite last week, Cole hurt himself quite badly, and on this week of Dynamite, he explained that his ankle basically exploded and he has to go off to get surgery, and was ready to relinquish the belts, but Max cut him off and said, no, I'm not, after everything we've gone through, I'm not having us vacate the belts. So I reckon, if, I know there's people out there talking that, oh, it might be all of a ruse and it might be a shoot, like a, not shoot, kayfabe injury, but no, I do believe Adam Cole is legitimately injured. So, and I think that's had a knock-on effect on plans. So I reckon the Righteous are just going to win here and beat Max. It won't make Max look weak because obviously he's in a handicap match against an established Ring of Honor tag team. And that, so yeah, my prediction is for the Righteous to win. Then after that, we've got the AEW Tag Team Championships in a match that I'm really excited about because it's a rematch from a Royal Quest 2 from last year. It's FTR defending the AEW titles against Aussie Open. Now, I'm really excited for this, but my prediction is quite simple: FTR to retain. I mean, nothing against Aussie Open, they're an amazing tag team, but I think like I said, with my Bucks choice, they get built into another match between them, and I think the FTR will drop the belts to the Bucks potentially at Full Gear. So yeah, not much to say on this besides it's going to be a very good match, and I'm very excited to watch it. So yeah, next up is a definitely dream match of Hangman Page versus Swerve, and this is going to be a very fun match. Amazing, two great talent there. Obviously Hangman, who is really the heart and soul of AEW, and you got Swerve, who is so cool and just so over with like his rap and that, and like whose house, Swerve's house, and that. And because he was the one thrown in the coffin at All In, I reckon they'll give Swerve the win. Because if he's been put in a position where he's facing against Adam Cole, in probably looking at it, the semi-main event level, they're really wanting to elevate Swerve, and so having a win over a former world champion, Hangman Page, I think is a good choice, and that's why I'm going with Swerve. Especially because you could run this match again down the line, potentially if Swerve ever wins the world title, you could have Hangman as a challenger. So yeah, Swerve to win. And the final match on the card is Bryan Danielson versus Zack Sabre Jr., the ultimate dream match that we were robbed of last year from Forbidden Door. So my prediction is Bryan Danielson. The reason why is because I think Zack losing here gives him the victory over Ospreay at Royal Quest 3. And that, so yeah, that's why it's not much I can go into it, because it's like they haven't, besides announcing it and that, they're just kind of letting the match be the build up. They haven't had much to do, because obviously Zack's obviously on his own schedule, and obviously Danielson's on his AEW schedule. So yeah, overall I'm really excited for this show, and please let me know in the comments what you think of the lineup of the show and your predictions if you want, and that. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the pay-per-view later,